What if motherhood could be better than you expected? Better than you ever imagined? What if it didn't have to be a struggle, but a return to your forgotten truth, your soul's truth, a return to your pure joy, a return to the Divine Mother's heart as she calls out to you as her daughter, now a mother too, to remember, reawaken, and reignite the you that has been rebirthed alongside the birth of your child. We've been fed so many stories about what motherhood should feel like. Stories of exhaustion, overwhelm, sacrifice. As if joy is something we have to fight for. As if ease is too much to ask. As if it isn't our birthright to be blissed out in truly loving motherhood. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if everything you believed about the struggles of mothering was only part of the story? Because there's another story waiting to unfold. One filled with beauty, connection, community, and sacred purpose. In this new paradigm of motherhood, your joy matters, your rest matters. Your intuition is so sacred and is no longer being outsourced because you trust yourself. You trust God, and you trust not only your spirit team, but your baby's spirit team as well to guide you along your journey. And being a mother doesn't mean giving up your essence. It means embodying it even deeper. This vision has been forming inside of me for years. When I dream of New Earth, I tap into what this looks like for mothers. An earth where motherhood is once again honored as a sacred initiation. A rite of passage where each woman, from the moment she conceives, whether in spirit or body, is held, nurtured, and guided by her ancestors, her community, and the wise ones around her. And what if motherhood could feel like sacred ceremony? Like honoring each moment, whether messy or magical, with grace? What if you didn't have to carry it all alone? And instead you were held by the wisdom of your ancestors, by the rhythm of the earth, and by other mothers walking this path with you, and by the grandmothers who have walked this path for twice as long. I hear so many women say, I didn't know motherhood would be this hard. And I hold them close in my heart because I've known, felt, and seen these struggles in myself and in others long before I became a mother. It's one of the reasons I resisted having children. But now with my daughter in my arms, I see the sacredness of this path, and I feel inspired and deeply called to be a woman who helps change the motherhood experience, the paradigm of motherhood. Throughout my own pregnancy and birth of my daughter, I realized that motherhood is both a mirror and a teacher. My daughter's evolution mirrors my own, revealing old layers of myself that need healing. As I guide her through her sensitivities and her meltdowns at almost 2 years young, and I hold her in my arms, I am holding my younger self too, offering her the nurturing she didn't always receive. And every time I soothe her, I soothe me. And in this exchange, the ancestral wounds that have lived in my DNA are beginning to dissolve. But let's be real, this work is hard, and it can be exhausting, and it can feel lonely without community. Why are so many of us mothering in isolation when we are surrounded by other women on the same path? This is a feminine planet, yet the old structures, the wounded masculine, the infectious colonial patriarchy have tried to separate us from one another and from the Divine Mother herself for thousands of years now. And they have tried to extract the wisdom in our blood and bones and unalive us in the process. But we have not died. We are still here, rising from the ashes of what was, ready to build something new. And in this rising, I hold my vision. I dream of a new way of mothering, a way where motherhood is not a sudden, overwhelming shift, but a continuous unfolding. One where the grandmothers, both seen and unseen, guide us through every phase, from conception to birth to postpartum and beyond. Because postpartum is not just 6 weeks. I feel it to be 7 years. 7 years of support, healing, and transformation where we too are mothered by the women around us. Imagine this. Sisters cooking for each other, holding each other's babies, offering rest, comfort, and care. Imagine a world where postpartum is not rushed, but honored as a season of rebirth. Where how we mother ourselves teaches our children how to mother themselves. What if, in this vision, we healed ourselves as we mothered our children? And let us not forget to acknowledge the role of the father being an essential aspect of motherhood. The father is not just a figure of support, he is a sacred pillar, a grounding force amongst the transformative ties that motherhood brings. And the balance of the masculine and the feminine, both within us and within our relationships, creates the container that allows life to flourish, that allows our children to thrive. I feel this deep in my bones with my daughter's father, my divine partner of 7 years. He has been with me in the trenches and the triumphs, through the storms and the celebrations. And I know that without his unwavering presence, I could not have navigated this journey the way that I have. When I descend into the tunnels of my womb, untangling ancestral knots, releasing old fears, and meeting my own shadows, he meets me with patience and love, never rushing my process, always holding space for my healing. His devotion to our family is a testament to what it means to show up fully as a father. He nurtures not only our daughter, but also me, ensuring that I have the space to rest, to dream, and to reclaim my energy when the weight of motherhood feels a bit heavy. He sees me in all my forms: mother, woman, lover, healer, daughter. It reminds me of my power when I momentarily forget. What if, through this sacred work, we began to heal the mother wound and reconnect with the divine feminine within us all? To hold our sisters and to be held by our sisters requires attending to the mother wound. Because let's be real, the sister wound that has kept us competing and disconnected from each other is the mother wound in disguise. And what if our daughters saw this and began their own motherhood journeys, not with fear, but with a joy and a deep sense of belonging? I believe this is possible. I believe this is the world we are here to create. Motherhood in its truest form is an initiation that begins long before birth and continues until we are called to step into the role of grandmother, of elder wise woman. And when that time comes, we take our place as wise elders, walking beside the next generation of women, offering the same guidance and support we once received. This is the vision I hold, a new paradigm of motherhood, one where we are never alone, but always held by the women who came before us, the sisters walking beside us, and the daughters who will follow, the sons and fathers too. And so I leave you with this question, my sisters, what is your highest vision? What is your most greatest vision of what motherhood looks like, feels like, sounds like, tastes like? I want this vision to build stronger in your heart every day, because we can birth our visions of a new motherhood into reality together. The days of the struggling, martyring mother are coming to an end. The matriarch is rising. What a time to be alive. Ashe. Aho.